About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new, which is most of you because I am a very small channel right now. I am going to be doing a cleaning video. Obviously today it's a bit of an extreme clean because my house is a tip as always on a Monday. And I'm also going to be baking this day as well, or I did bake this day. I was making a 50th birthday cake for a very good friend of mine, and she was coming for dinner that evening with her partner. So I wanted to get that done, but I had already baked the whole previous week, so I hadn't had time to do it any earlier. So I was trying to get that done and clean up the house at the same time. So I'm going to show that as part of this video because I go between cleaning and baking pretty much the whole day, and also I wanted to show how that works and how I get that done, and how much I have to clean after I'm baking or while I'm baking to keep the house tidy. But it was the best way to make the video make sense, and I hope that you enjoy it because I enjoy watching people bake and decorate cakes and things like that. Please let me know if you do enjoy those things also. Also, if you like this video, I would love it if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, pretty please, because I really would love to grow, and it's free for you to subscribe and it doesn't do anything negative for you, just wonderful things for me. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would be amazing. And I would love to hear from you in the comments. Any constructive criticism that you might have would be really useful. I know the lighting I have right now is not fantastic. My house is just naturally really dark. That window you see there is the only window in the whole kitchen, so that's very dark. And then the rest of the light that comes in is also from bulbs, obviously, and then also the patio doors in the living room that shine through that false window there. But yeah, generally speaking, my house is really dark, so I need to change out the light bulbs for bright white light. But anyway, I've been speaking for ages, so sorry. I'll let you get on with the cleaning. But yes, please feel free to comment below and tell me something about yourself. I would love to get to know you. And here's the cleaning video. I'm obviously cleaning out my bin right now, which I hadn't done in a ridiculously long time, so that desperately needed doing. So I'm trying to get to some of the areas that I haven't been able to do for a while, sort of a spring cleaning type situation there, so that's what I'm doing right now.
Emptied out my soul, you've heard it all before. Honest, but I know. Left these years ago, I was young and almost still can't fill the void. We don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow. Never see the end of the night filled with sorrow. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love when everything's said and done? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love when everything's said and done? What do we do to love?
So I massively love those washing up gloves, but I managed to get them wet on the inside, which is a nightmare because they are, well, it's not a nightmare, but they are like microfiber on the inside, so normally I really love wearing them, but they're no good when they're wet. So I washed and tumble dried them. I have no idea how that turned out yet, I'll let you know, because they're currently in my tumble dryer. that I might have destroyed them, but I have just ordered 2 more pairs of them because I do really love them, and I just got 2 pairs for like £5.50 on Amazon, so they are amazing. I will link them below if you want to check them out, because they're the best washing up gloves I've ever used, and I really need to wear them more often because I have eczema on my hands and it's going mental with all of the cleaning products because I'm not using them often enough.
See the end of the night filled with sorrow. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? 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 When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? 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 When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love?
So I realised whilst watching this back that it looks like I'm completely ignoring the fact that my son wants me. I'm not. I was talking to him. You just can't see that I am talking to him, and he was fine. And there's once again flour all over my counters because I made more donuts. I made vegan donuts this time. So that was another mess I had to tidy up, but didn't get the chance to before we had to get out and going into church and all of that fun stuff. I have a video coming out next week where I'm going to be explaining my disabilities and my husband's disabilities, so that you can understand a bit more why my house gets quite as trashed as it does. So keep an eye out for that one if you're interested in knowing those things. That is coming out next Monday. I'm betting I'm not the only mum that has to clean one-handed, or bake one-handed, or cook one-handed. Drop me a message below if you're not. I'm not the only one that has to do things one-handed.
Well, I'm having a bit of a nightmare today trying to get my cleaning done because I have my little boy at home with me. He's always home with me because, why? Because he's 20 months. But he does not want to let me clean today. So I'm having to stop-start, which is really frustrating when you're cleaning. It's much nicer just to get in the flow and do it. But that's what being a mum is. So my house is as trashed as it always is on a Monday and it drives me mental, but I'm always wiped, so completely wiped from the week that I don't clean on a Saturday, and then Sundays are just crazy busy with church and friends come over and see family, so it's just really hectic. So Mondays are a extreme clean every single week for me. So I'm going to get back to the cleaning now that my son is currently watching TV. Don't know how long it's going to last, so let's power through. Oh, and also, sorry, my kitchen is particularly bad this week because I spent all week and weekend baking, so it's just a lot of cleaning.
Emptied out my soul. You've heard it all before. Honest, but I know. Left these years ago. I was young and I'm old. Still can't fill the void. We don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow. Never see the end of the night filled with sorrow. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? when everything's said and done? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? 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 When everything's said and done. Out in the unknown, story took its toll. Thought I would've grown off the beaten track to become a better man, sinking in the sand. Oh, we don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow. Never see the end of the night filled with sorrow. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? 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 When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? Are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me to get you, don't forget to get you, to get you, don't forget to get you, to get you, don't forget to get you, to feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this.
So I'm just moving on now to baking, and I'm making a devil's food cake, which I use a recipe online by Nigella Lawson, and it is I double the recipe because I make a large cake. So this is 100 grams of cocoa powder, 500 grams of boiling water, 200 grams of dark muscovado sugar, which you whisk up and then put to the side. And then we'll be using 250 grams of butter, or I use margarine because it makes for a much moister cake, I find. So I do that. And then it is 450 grams of plain flour with a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and also 4 eggs. So just mix all of that together, and then once all the flour is incorporated, then you add in the chocolate mixture. But also you need to, when you add an egg, you add a couple of tablespoons of flour to stop it from splitting. So doing that now, and then I'm going to spray the tins and put them in the oven at about 160 degrees centigrade for about half an hour. Oh, and I also forgot to say that it's 300 grams of caster sugar as well. So I added that in as well before the flour.
When I'm in this town, look at the beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things it took from me, I know that I am so much better, better. When I look at what I've done, now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off, and baby, you don't belong. I could feel it in my bones. There was something going on, that shade of doubt hanging around that old.
I also want to point out that I washed my hands about 1,000 bagillion times during this whole process, but didn't think it was worth recording all of those times, so just assume my hands are pretty much always washed.
While you're alone. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things it took from me, I know that I am so much better, better. When I look at what I've done, now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won.
So I'm now moving on to making the Italian meringue buttercream, although annoyingly I lost footage of the final stage, but I'll explain that bit. I use Preppy Kitchen's recipe for this, and it is 1 cup of caster sugar and 1/3 of a cup of water. We're moving into cups now because it's an American recipe. And then you bring that to up to temperature, which is of 118 degrees centigrade. I think it's 230 degrees Fahrenheit. And then well, if you check out Preppy Kitchen's recipe online, he has all of the temperatures and things in American stuff and the British stuff measurements. I can speak anyway. And then you need 4 egg whites, and they need to be room temperature to get a meringue, which is why I used different eggs to the ones I pulled out the fridge for the cake. And yeah, you separate the egg whites and then pour them in. I always do it in a separate bowl so that they don't, if something goes wrong, you don't lose all the eggs. And then you whisk that up until it's stiff peaks, and you add in 1/3 of a cup of caster sugar slowly. And then once that's made up, and once the sugar syrup there is up to 118 degrees centigrade, which I always double check on this thermometer as well because I've broken my other sugar thermometer, so I kind of do a double check on it, and it's up to 118, and then you slowly pour it into the mix of eggs whilst it's still spinning. And then you just leave it to cool for a bit and add in 500 grams roughly, or 2 sticks of butter basically. You just do it in small increments, and then that's how you make your Italian meringue buttercream.
So much better, and baby, you don't belong.
I wanna get to your clothes, gotta get it right now. I wanna push all the limits with you right now. So watch your feelings, the city's screaming, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. People talk and tell what you wanna hear now, but they all disappear, they will let you down. So we better stick together, let's come whatever, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. We only need the two of us together. I need only you in this crazy world, 'cause we got love, love. I need only you here with me. You wanna get close to me, why don't you do it right now? You know we met for a reason, but you're trying to deny that we should be together. It's heavy weather, we're heading for tonight. You better take what you can, 'cause the time is right now. We only need the two of us.
rolling out of bed, and I still got you in my head from all those pretty words you said. It's like I'm wasted. Every time I see your face, I'm losing track of time and space. I don't know where I am. It's like I'm wasted, and I won't waste it. And I promise that I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you wherever, and I won't waste this. I'll follow you, yeah. I'll follow you, yeah. Could you come a little closer now? 'Cause I don't wanna slow this down. My heart is screaming out your name. I'm wasted on you. Here we are, right underneath the stars. So let's get a little reckless. You make me breathless, and I won't waste this. And I promise that I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you wherever, and I won't waste this. I'll follow you, yeah. Yeah, I won't waste this. 'Cause no one makes me feel like you do. You make me breathless. Yeah, no one makes me feel like you do. I promise that I will stand by you forever, and I won't waste this. I'll follow you, yeah. I'll follow you, yeah. I'll follow you, yeah. Yeah, I won't waste this.
Also, for some reason, I didn't get a film of me taking the tops off the cake, so that's what's on that plate. Is I've leveled the cakes and they're currently in the freezer. So while they are kind of firming up so that I can work with them, I'm going to be clearing the dining room.
To you, even though I wanted to. I should be trying something new, but now my body's aching. I'm tired of dwelling in the dark, it's just that my heart can't take it. I didn't know what it would cost me when I let you go. I feel alone, and I'm just singing, It should have been you. Another time, another place, I just know it could have been you. What a crime and what a shame to let go. Sometimes I just don't know what to do. It should have been you. I could be driving to your place, but now the ground is shaking. Could be a phase, but it feels like it will never go away until we make up. I can't be myself. I never knew how much I needed you. It should have been you. Another time, another place, I just know it could have been you. What a crime and what a shame to let you go. just don't know what to do. 'Cause it should have been you. It should have been you. I could be wrapped around your arms instead of being lonely. It should have been you. Another time, another place, I just know you could have been the one who made me feel home. What a crime and what a shame to let go. Ooh, it should have been you. Another time, another place, I just know you could have been the one who made me feel at home. What a crime and what a shame to let you go. Sometimes I just don't know what to do. It should have been you.
So now I'm making the filling to go in between the layers of the cake. This is actually left over from the week before, where I had made a similar cake, and it stays in the fridge for ages really well. It was only a couple of days, and basically it is dark chocolate, butter, sugar, and a little bit of water, and then I'm just kind of getting it to the right consistency of thickness with icing sugar and milk. And it tastes delicious.
Act like we're gonna be friends.
And now we're getting ready to decorate, which is the best bit. So I've got a board there for the cake to go on, and the two little discs to the side are acrylic discs, which I use to get my icing perfect. And then I've just filled a piping bag with the chocolate mixture that's going to go in the middle, and I'm securing these things to the turntable so that they hopefully stay still and make it easier for me to work with. So then we just layer the cake and the chocolate ganache filling is what I call that, until all the cake layers are on, and then I will just scrape the sides so that fill in any of the gaps with more of the filling so that there are no air holes, because that's how you get bulging in your cake. And then we will put that in the freezer, or I will put that in the freezer for about 10 minutes to firm up so that I can move on with the next part. And what I'm doing here is I am putting the filling over the acrylic disc, and then I'm going to put some baking paper over the top, and this just makes it easier to take the disc off the top once it's ready to come off. And in the filling, the ganache on the plate keeps the baking paper in place. And I'm just clearing up around the edge of the turntable, not the middle, because I still need the cake to stick to the middle.
Leave it all over again, all over again.
So now that the cake has firmed up, I'm just going to put a load of the Italian Meringue Buttercream on the top to create the nice smooth top, and then we put the disc on. There's already, the second acrylic disc is already on the base, so then we just fill in the buttercream between the two discs as much as possible, and then we will be scraping to clear it. I only had just the right amount of icing for this, so I had to scrape round and then fill in, but then that's quite normal. All we'll do now is we keep scraping and filling in the holes until it's perfect, and then I'm making stripes. These stripes did not go well for me. This cake did not go well for me, in all honesty, but we scraped the first thing of the stripes, put the cake in the freezer to firm up again, and while I'm waiting for that to do, I moved on to cleaning the hallway.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smoke is in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby. You got my
add the second colour, so I'm doing red because that's my friend's favourite colour, and then we just fill in the gaps where the stripes are. This really does not go well for me today. I didn't get to take anywhere near as much time as I would normally like to take on a cake, but I was running out of time because she was coming for dinner in about half an hour. So yeah, you fill this in and then you take the acrylic plate off so that you can scrape back far enough, and then you keep scraping until you can see your stripes. Unfortunately, I didn't do this well enough, so I don't get to get perfect stripes on this one, but never mind. It's the thought that counts and all that jazz. So once we finish getting the stripes as well as I can get them, I fill in the top and make the top of the icing perfect as well, so we've got good sharp edges, and then we'll move on to the drip.
I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh, baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
So then I get a bit sad because my cake's not going right, and my husband is lovely and he gives me a cuddle. He's the best. So then I take the cake to freeze again, and I'm pouring on the drip. I do this drip, I'm trying to do a different drip than I normally do. Normally I do it very, very precise, but I wanted to try this one, but I realised that I hadn't left the cake to get cold enough, and so the red ran into the chocolate, and the drip went horribly wrong. Anyway, so this cake just did not go to plan for me at all. But now we're painting the drip, which you have to do by hand. So if you ever see a gold drip or things like that, those are all hand painted, and it does take time. So that's what I'm doing now.
But if I mean to show, I will never let you go. No. I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh, baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Everything makes total sense when you're next to, when you're next to, when you're next to me.
So now I'm just getting all the chocolate I'm going to add onto the top of this cake, and I use cocktail sticks to put in the kind of bueno bars, or actually Aldi's version of bueno bars, but they taste just the same and they're amazing. So I'm just putting those in and then adding lots of flips, which are like chocolate covered pretzels, to add a bit of salty and tasty flavours to the cake. And that's the cake done. So like I say, oh, I also painted gold on the chocolate as well, just to tie it all in. But yeah, it didn't go to plan, but you know, it is the thought that counts, and my friend appreciated the cake and the effort, and you know, it could have been worse, I suppose.
Do you wanna come along with me? Come along with me. Do you wanna?
Then for the final task of the day, I cleaned this downstairs bathroom, which is quite interesting to do because it's a very tight space, but I did the best we could. And also my darling son, as you'll see later, has an obsession with unrolling the toilet roll, so there's a ton of toilet roll that's just unrolled on the top of the windowsill there. Yeah, we just have to deal with it at the minute and try and stop him from getting to it, but he's a toddler, what can you do? So I am so thankful if you made it to the end of this video. Well done. If you enjoy this video, I would so love it if you'd give it a thumbs up, and if you'd subscribe, that would be so amazing. Leave me a comment if you would like to know anything, and or let me know what you were doing while you were watching this video. I would love to know those things. But yes, let me know also if you enjoy a longer video like this kind of getting it all done type of video. It's an all-day clean, obviously. So yeah, I would love to hear from you if you'd like to leave me a comment, and like I say, please subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this video.
Gonna keep on running, grab the fun and live it live. And tomorrow's far away. Should I let the party fade? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something. Let us on tonight. I'm gonna let my hair down. I'm gonna take control. We're gonna make a big sound. We're gonna break them mold, them mold. And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, get it right. Gonna keep on